Hello, I'm Chris. Welcome back to Marine Corner. Hope you're doing well and having a good week so far, and I hope you had a good Christmas. If you celebrate it, I've got this big package. It's rather large. I'm going to open this, and this is going to be an unboxing day. I've got my Brewdog t-shirt on, so I'm just going to go for it. So got my scissors. Don't know what's inside it. It was sent by Mike from Bibliophile Booksgate. Aha, there we go. We're in. I don't want to look into it, so I'm just going to dip my hand in and see what I pull out. Oh, it says read first. So, sorry, I'm just reading this, I might. Thanks. So I've read that. There's a card in here. I'll open that. I've no idea what's in here. That's a nice card. Thank you very much, Mike, for my Christmas card. I have no idea what's in here. Half price books bag. That's really cool. That's definitely going to be getting used a lot. Tammy Hogue, Deeper Than the Dead. Never heard of that before. It says California 1985. 4 children and a young teacher, Anne Navarre, I presume that's pronounced right, make a gruesome discovery. A partially buried female body, her eyes and mouth glued shut. A serial killer is at large, and the very bonds that hold their idyllic town together are about to be tested to the breaking point. Tasked with finding the killer, FBI investigator Vince Leone employs a new and controversial FBI technique called profiling, which plunges him into the lives of the 4 children and the young teacher, whose need to uncover the truth is as intense as his own. But as new victims are found, pressure from the media grows. Vince and Anne find themselves circling the same small group of local suspects, unsure if those who suffer most are the victims themselves or those close to the killer, blissfully unaware that someone very near to them is a murderous psychopath. Wow, that sounds really interesting. So that's Tammy Hogue. I'm not sure. Tammy Hogue, Deeper Than the Dead. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Sorry, but you should be used to that on this channel. Oh wow, some sour worms. I'm sure me and my son will enjoy them this weekend. Oh, the sour neon gummy worms. I didn't see that. I love sweets. I love anything really. Sweets, candy, sweets, chocolate, biscuits, all sort, cakes. Oh wow, Sour Patch Kids Tropical. Never seen them before. I've seen Sour Patch Kids, but not that type. Oh, I don't even know where to start here. I'll go with this one because I don't know what it is. Razor Blade Tears by S.A. Crosby. I'm pulling that face because I feel like I recognise the name. I love this kind of edition, this kind of shaped book as well. Like this, a few folded pages. I'll just sort that out. Yeah, I like this. I like this edition. You know, this size, this weirdly taller and thinner. But this is Razor Blade Tears by S.A. Crosby. I don't have this. I haven't read either of these authors. This one says, then their sons are murdered like Ike and Buddy Lee, two ex-cons with little in common other than a criminal past and a love for their dead sons, decide to band together in their desperate desire for revenge. Oh, sorry, I missed a bit here. Ike Randolph, a reformed gang member, and Buddy Lee Jenkins, a drug-running criminal, have never been friends. Then their sons are murdered. Ike and Buddy Lee, two ex-cons with little in common other than a criminal past and a love for their dead sons, decide to band together in their desperate desire for revenge. In their quest to do better for their sons in death than they did in life, these hardened men will comfort their own prejudices about their sons and each other as they rain down vengeance upon those who hurt their boys. So that sounds really good. I feel like I've had that on my radar, but I've never had it, or never owned a copy, or well, I don't own any S.A. Crosby. Wow, there's actually absolutely loads in here. This is crazy. So this is The Death Pit by Tony Strong. There's some bookmarks in here as well, if I can pull them out. From Gardner's Books. Wow, they're really cool. They're a bit like... They look a bit like fantasy kind of thing. So that's cool. And then this one, The Death Pit by Tony Strong. The San Francisco Examiner and Chronicle called The Poison Tree Tony Strong's first novel, a perversely compelling upscale erotic thriller, a victory for the guilty pleasure. Now Strong returns with his exquisite, finely wrought novel of suspense that interweaves a historical mystery with a ghastly contemporary crime. Scholar Terry Williams plans to go to Babcock Castle in Inverness, Scotland, with one goal in mind: to finish her research on the Catherine MacCulloch, a 17th century woman accused of congress with the devil and burned at the stake as a witch during Scotland's notorious witch trials, which darkly mirrored those in Salem, Massachusetts, in their ferocity and scope. When Terry arrives, however, she discovers a town obsessed with a more recent death. The dismembered body of a beautiful young woman, Donna Fairhead, has been found on the farm near Babcock when she hears rumours that Donna was a part of Nivea, a Wiccan coven. Only Terry is able to see the grim connection to Catherine's death almost 300 years earlier. As Terry continues her work, she discovers both a town filled with secrets and lies, and a truth left buried in Catherine's yellowed letters and the mysterious Book of Shadows. It soon becomes clear that only Terry understands the dimensions of the crimes that have occurred, and unless the puzzle is unravelled in time, are about to happen again. So that sounds really cool. Never heard of any of those books at all. I've heard of the authors of the first two, but not that one. Where to go now? I'm going to go this way because I can see what this one is. This one is Shutter Island. I got a copy of this recently in paperback, but I don't really like movie covers, so having this one's really cool. Oh, it's deckled edges as well. Deckled edges aren't something I look for in books, but think they're quite cool when I do get them. Summer 1954, US Marshal Teddy Daniels has come to Shutter Island, home of Ashcliff Hospital for the criminally insane, along with his partner Chuck Howell. He sets out to find escaped patient, a murderess named Rachel Solano as a hurricane bears down upon them. But nothing at Ashcliff Hospital is what it seems, and neither is Teddy Daniels. Is he there to find a missing patient, or has he been sent to look into rumours of Ashcliff's radical approach to psychiatry an approach that may include drug experimentation, hideous surgical trials, and lethal countermoves in the shadow war against Soviet brainwashing? Or is there another, more personal reason why he has come there? As the investigation deepens, the questions only mount. How has a barefoot woman escaped the island from a locked room? Who is leaving clues in the form of cryptic codes? Why is there no record of a patient committed there just 1 year before? What really goes on in Ward C? Why is an empty lighthouse surrounded by an electrified fence and armed guards? The closer Teddy and Chuck get to the truth, the more elusive it becomes, and the more they begin to believe that they may never leave Shutter Island because someone is trying to drive them insane. Wow. That sounds really good. Like I said, I do have a copy of that, but that's going to be... I'm going to take that back to the charity shop, I feel, and keep this hardcover, obviously. Thanks, Mike. I'm not even... there's a ridiculous amount of stuff in here. I feel really spoilt. Thank you. This one's called A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. Another one I don't have. Wow. There's like artwork and stuff in here as well, and things like, wow, that's cool. It says the monster showed up after midnight, as they do, but it isn't the monster Connor's been expecting. The one from the nightmare he's had nearly every night since his mother started her treatments. The one with the darkness and the wind and the screaming. The monster is something different, something ancient, something wild, and it wants the truth. Wow. That sounds cool. I'm all about weird shaped books. That's cool. And then I'm gonna go this way. Because there's three of the same, by the same author together. So I've got some Goosebumps books. I'm trying to figure out which ones these are from. So I've got the Abominable Snowman of Pasadena. This says, Jordan and his sister Nicole are sick of the hot weather in Pasadena, California. Just once they'd like to have a real winter with real snow. And then it happens. Their family is taking a trip to Alaska, but now they're being chased by a monstrous creature. A big furry-faced creature known as the Abominable Snowman. Wow. So made up with that. I love the cover of these. A shocker on Shock Street. This says, best friends Erin and Marty love the scary Shock Street horror films, so they're anticipating the thrill of a lifetime when they visit the Shock Street's theme park. But the thrill turns into a chill when they get stuck on a ride and are attacked by terrifying giant bugs. Will they ever get out? So I love the Goosebumps books. I used to love them as a kid. But these look really cool covers. This one looks scary. This one says, Goosebumps, now a frightful new film. Oh, the blob that ate everyone. So this one says, Zach wants to be a famous horror writer, so he's thrilled when he finds out an old typewriter in a burned out antique store. Soon he's writing a story about a giant blob monster who eats up an entire town, but there's something really odd about that typewriter. Something really dangerous, because now every word Zach writes is coming true. Wow, that sounds cool as well. I'll save that one till last. There's a notepad in here which I'm going to start using straight away. I want to start writing, so I'm going to use that for that. It looks like a really cool notepad as well. Not sure what's in here. Oh wow, that's amazing. That's like a bauble not a bauble, you know what I mean, a decoration off a tree. But that's cool. It's like a bookstore. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you. I feel a bit totally overwhelmed with things like that. I don't really know what to say. Thank you. Seriously. What's this? Riley Sager. The House Across the Lake. Sorry, I was looking at the picture because that looks really cool. All these books look really cool and really interesting. And although I've heard of most of the authors, but never any of the books. Casey Fletcher. What lies beneath the surface will always remain hidden. Casey Fletcher has escaped to her family's lake house for peace and quiet to mourn her late husband. When the glamorous couple across the lake catch her attention, she's mesmerised. They're perfect, just like Casey and her husband used to be. But is anyone what they seem? Is Casey as perfect as she thinks? Wow, I love that. That I'm hooked into that already. I'm going to go this way because I can see what that one is, but I can't see what the other one is. This is the Brothers Grimm, 99 Fairy Tales. Never read this one. This one looks like a good one for like the colder months, like October and stuff like that. And so let's see what it says. Cause I've never really took much. No, I'm interested in these. Obviously, I've wanted to read these for a while, but don't really know what's in here. It says, there was once upon a time a fisherman, and every day he went out fishing. And once, as he was sitting with his rod, looking at the clear water, his line suddenly went down far below. And when he drew it up again, he brought out a large flounder. Then the flounder said to him, "Listen, you fisherman, I am no flounder really, but an enchanted prince." Wow. I absolutely love that cover. I've never seen this edition of the Brothers Grimm before. Really cool. Canterbury Classics. Very interesting. Right. I have two things left now. I have something that's wrapped in Christmas paper and something that's in paperback. In plastic, sorry. And it's paperback. This is by Peter Straub, A Dark Matter. Me and Mike recently read Coco, and we're looking at reading Mystery and the Throat, I think is the right order, in the next year, as well as finishing off our read of Hannibal. So this looks really cool. I don't know if Mike's got this or not, or whether he's read this or not. I'm sure he'll let me know. But maybe we can do this one as well if you've not already read it, unless you fancy it as a reread. This says, or any of these books, on a Midwestern campus in the 1960s, a charismatic guru and his young acolytes perform a secret ritual in a local meadow, and what happens is a mystery. All that remains is a gruesomely dismembered body and the shattered souls of all who were present. 40 years later, one man seeks to learn about that horrifying night, and to do so he'll have to force those involved to examine the unspeakable events that have haunted them ever since. Unfolding through their individual stories, A Dark Matter is an electric, chilling and unpredictable novel that proves Peter Straub to be the master of modern horror. Wow. Oh, my stack's too big to hold it that way. Dark Matter. I love that cover. Wow. I'm just a bit overwhelmed. I'm just going to open this one. This is like my brother's wrapping. I can never open his presents. Here we go. We've got there. I'm not sure what this is. I didn't know any of them what were in there. This one's looking interesting so far, from what I can see. I don't know what that bit of red is there. I don't know if you can see that, but it looks... I don't know, it looks intriguing. I can see something. No, it's not. No way. I don't actually know what to say about it. I had no idea what it was. But it's Stoner by John Williams. Seriously, thank you. This is amazing. I was actually thinking I need to reread this, but I wasn't expecting such a nice edition of it. I think I'm going to have to read it in this edition now. Oh, wow. Thank you. It says on the back, the critic Maurice Dickstein, I'm not sure if that's pronounced right, has said that John Williams' Stoner is something much more rarer than a great novel. It is a perfect novel, and in the last decade, this austere, deeply moving tale of a Midwestern college professor has been embraced by readers all over the world. Here to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the publication of Stoner, NYRB Classics offers a special hardback edition of the book that also includes a previously unpublished correspondence between John Williams and his agent about its writing and publication. Wow. Thank you so much. That's amazing. All of it's amazing, but wow. This is one of my favourite books. It just... I don't know. I hear people say it's mixed things about Stoner, but for me, it just resonated with me. It resonates me as a father. It resonates with me in a lot of ways. And I think that's why it sticks with me. But I just want to say thank you, Mike, because this is so much better than I was ever expecting. So I've got Stoner in this lovely 50th edition by John Williams. Peter Straub, A Dark Matter. A Dark Matter. The Brothers Grimm, 99 Fairy Tales. The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager, which looks... Love that cover. A notepad to start writing, which is exactly what I plan on doing. A few Goosebumps books. The Blob That Ate Everyone. A Shocker on Shock Street. The Abominable Snowman of Pasadena. A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness, which looks really cool. Really cool artwork in it. Dennis Lehane, Shutter Island. This looks like a really nice copy of Shutter Island. Can't wait to read that. Razorblade Tears by S.A. Crosby. The Death Pit by Tony Strong. Some bookmarks from Gardner's Books, which is in Tulsa, Oklahoma. They look, I don't know if it's me, but it looks a bit like Lord of the Rings. A lovely tree decoration that will be going on the tree next year. What else have we got? Another book. Tammy Hogue, Deeper Than the Death. That's a massive stack there. Thank you so much. Some sweets, which I'm sure me and my son will end up eating together. A Half Price Books bag, which I think will all have to go in now. And then obviously my Christmas card and my very kind letter. I just want to say that I can move this without knocking anything or breaking anything or there we go. I just want to say thank you very much for all these books and sweets and everything else. I am truly... Thank you. I'm going to go now and sort this pile of books out. But thank you so much, mate. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.